There were some trees taken down since I came here 10 years ago. And the reason for that is they assess the health of the trees. If they think that it's gonna fall, then they cut it down just to protect the structure. All right, we are back and we finished our breakfast and we've freshened up. So we should look fresh to your eyes. And our tour guide and tuk-tuk driver
So he
already
has been
arrived.
waiting. Yes.
Yeah, he has been waiting here for quite some time. Okay, back at our tuk-tuk. And we will be going to Bayon Temple. South Gate.
Yeah, south gate of the city. Oh, good, yes. Well, Angkor, it's mean that city. Thom, it's mean that big. So it's mean the big city. This one was established since 10th century until 15th century. And then after 15th century, king left the city from here to Phnom Penh. Then afterward, the majority of the people just follow the king to Phnom Penh.
The eastern railing is a row of 54 demons which can be easily identified because of the grimacing expressions on their faces. Some of the original heads are kept in museums now, and the ones at the gate are cement copies of the original. The other row is 54 gods which are less well preserved and more heads are missing. The sculptures in each of the rows are connected by a rope in their hands in the form of a serpent. The most common and convincing interpretation, though not undisputed, is that this is a three-dimensional version of the famous churning of the milk ocean.
When we say Angkor Thom, we refer to the city.
The whole city.
City.
But in the city, got many temples. The
Okay.
biggest temple is Bayon.
Bayon.
Yeah. And then we have Baphuon, Elephant Terrace, Terrace of the Leper King, Royal Palace, something like that. Why he considered as the greatest king of the Khmer Empire? Because under his reign, the country was so big. The border to the east to South China Sea, to the west to Burma. Yeah, no
Burma.
Thailand, Vietnam, or Laos. So that's why in Laos you still see a lot of Khmer temples there.
Yeah.
Even in Thailand, you still see.
The Bayon, built in the center of Angkor Thom, is the second most popular monument in Angkor after Angkor Wat. It is the temple with those numerous enigmatic stone faces Angkor is famous for. As it is not clear who or what is symbolized by those gigantic Buddhas, the smiling faces of Angkor Thom became an emblem of the mysteries of Angkor. The original total number of face towers is still a matter of debate. Now, there are 37 standing towers, most of them with 4 Buddha faces oriented toward the cardinal points. Most of them are raised on the cruciform terrace surrounding the central tower, which is, rarely enough in Angkor, a circular structure. The central tower rises 43 meters above the ground. Apart from those face towers, there is a second exciting attraction at the Bayon, the large-scale carvings at the gallery walls, both overwhelming and delightful because of its abundance and delicious details. So that's our tour of Bayon Temple. How did you find it, Fia?
It's actually very nice. It's very majestic, the temple. And I'd say it's very intricate. But as you can see, the sun is very, very hot right now. Tata, wake up. Wake up.
It's so hot. It's so humid.
Look at the view.
The Baphuon is situated only 300 meters northwest of Bayon Temple. The Baphuon was by far the biggest Khmer temple before the Angkor Wat was built. But the massive Baphuon Temple collapsed during the medieval times. Recently, it became famous as the world's biggest jigsaw puzzle and a masterpiece of modern restoration work. 300,000 stone blocks had to be reused at their correct positions. This enormous task became even more difficult as after completely dismantling the monument, archaeological records about the stone's original positions went lost, or were even intentionally destroyed during the Potpol period. At our back is Baphuon Temple. We didn't go up because it's very hot. But we take some photos along the walkway leading to the temple. Maybe that's why there were wedding photos a while ago.
Oh, yes.
Wedding photo shoot. And we also encountered some monkeys and two YouTubers feeding monkeys. And they went under that walkway. And then some of the other monkeys followed them. So we're now heading to see the King's Pool and the Concubines Pool. And the Concubines Pool is larger than an Olympic-sized pool.
Because there's so many concubines, apparently. Well, it's typical.
Yeah, it's typical. So here you can see the two pools. So I guess this one is the King's Pool. And the one out there is the Concubines Pool. Wow. Even the King's Pool is huge. Wonder how many concubines the kings during that time. Oh, thousand concubines. There are carvings on the wall. Oh, there. Oh yeah, there are carvings. Wow. We're now seeing the elephant terrace.
At the bottom,
Oh, there he is.
the elephant stepping on his leg. See that?
Mm-hmm.
I will show you after this video.
Yes, I did.
You did not see
I can see it.
the guy there, and one leg.
Yes,
stepping
there.
by the elephant.
Oh.
There's a person.
It's just a circus. He could train his elephant pretty well, but here it's.
Alright, we have reached Prohm, which became super famous or even more famous because of the Tomb Raider movie by Angelina Jolie. And we will see the very famous tree later on. And like you can see the roots crawling down the actual structures of the temple. Prohm, located 3 kilometers northwest of the Angkor Wat, is famous as Angkor's Jungle Temple. If you only have a few days in Siem Reap, this large monument surmounted by many stone strangling trees is one that you should definitely visit. The early French archaeologists intentionally left it partially unrestored. This is why until the present day, enormous strangler figs and even bigger tikbok trees grow from the towers and halls, spreading their gigantic roots over intricately carved stone, thus making Prohm an icon of excellent architecture reconquered by the force of nature. This massive combination of art and vegetation is unique in the world and one of the impressions nobody will ever forget. Prohm was even used as a location in the film Tomb Raider. there were some trees taken down since I came here 10 years ago. And the reason for that is they assess the health of the trees. If they think that it's gonna fall, then they cut it down just to protect the structure, the overall temple. So we just finished touring Prohm. How did you find it, Fia?
This temple actually has a lot of character, like because most of the temple ruins have big trees growing on it.
Okay, we're on our back to our hotel, and it's 3:07 in the afternoon, and we're so full. So how was the temple experience, Fia?
It was really interesting.
So we covered most of the main temples. We started with Angkor Wat. We witnessed the sun rise there in Angkor Wat. Then we went home for breakfast. We were picked up again at 10 in the morning. We entered the south gate of the Angkor Thom. And then after that, we went to Bayon, then Baphuon, and then
Royal Palace.
Royal Palace. And then we saw the King's School and the Concubines School. And then,
Terrace of the Leopard King.
the Terrace of the Leopard King.
And the elephant.
And the elephant, Terrace of the Elephant. Tower. Yeah, that's right.
So,
And lastly, Prohm. That's a lot to cover in one day.
in fact, you can still actually, our tour guide is also asking us if we want to go to other temples because we still can.
Yeah, we still can.
It's still early.
Yeah, he said there are over 70 different temples within the complex for you to explore. And if you're the type who wants to go off the beaten path, then you should try the other smaller temples. Alright, so that's it for today. We will be taking some rest, and then let's see where we're gonna go tonight. We're thinking of having a massage because we're tired, and maybe have some nice dinner. The pool looks so inviting. After a tiring day seeing the temples, it's time to go for a swim. So we just finished our 3-hour spa session.
It's very rejuvenating, like what Walter said earlier when you just
Yes.
got out.
I feel like I'm a different person. I'm very clean. That's why it's the best recommendation online. I mean, really the service is impressive.
That's
They
true.
try to anticipate your needs,
That's true.
and they really pamper you.
Besides that, they're using natural ingredients.